Most buyers do not lose money on a boat because they picked the wrong hull or the wrong engine. They lose money because they walked into a dealership believing they were choosing between independent companies competing on engineering merit, when the reality is that the majority of name brands on that showroom floor trace back to the same corporate parent, share the same manufacturing infrastructure, and answer to the same executive team making capital allocation decisions in an office the buyer has never heard of. Nobody disclosed that at the dock. Nobody put it on the spec sheet. Here is the reality of how the recreational marine market is actually structured. It is one of the most consolidated consumer industries in the United States. A small number of parent corporations control the majority of boat brands, engine brands, electronics brands, and even the boat club you join if you decide not to buy at all. That consolidation reaches into every construction decision made before your hull ever left the mold, and it shapes those decisions in ways that a brand name on the transom never tells you. The difference between a buyer who understands this structure and one who does not is the difference between an informed purchase and one that costs far more than the sticker price over the life of the boat. Before the breakdown, you need to understand the 3 ways market consolidation actually affects what gets built. Without understanding the mechanism, you cannot recognize what it is doing to the specific hull in front of you. The first is capital allocation. Every construction upgrade, composite transoms instead of wood, vacuum-infused laminate instead of hand-laid, vinyl ester resin instead of polyester, costs money before it saves money. An independent manufacturer operating a single brand makes that investment because the long-term reputation of that one hull is the only thing it has. A corporate parent managing a portfolio of 15 brands simultaneously makes that investment when the projected return across the portfolio justifies the capital outlay. The brands that receive that investment improve. The brands in the portfolio where the corporate parent decides wood core is adequate for the target price point continue with wood core. The buyer comparing 2 boats at different price points inside the same corporate portfolio is not comparing 2 independent engineering philosophies. They are looking at 2 corporate budget decisions wearing different brand names. The second is sourcing and procurement. A parent corporation managing a dozen boat brands purchases hardware, resins, core materials, and electronic components in large volumes across the entire portfolio. That large volume purchasing creates real cost efficiencies, and it also creates standardization of components across brands that were never designed together. When a sourcing decision changes at the corporate procurement level, it affects every brand in the portfolio simultaneously, regardless of what each brand's engineering team would have independently specified. The third is manufacturing consolidation. Factory locations, production line configurations, and workforce allocation across a multi-brand portfolio are decided at the corporate level, not the brand level. In 2025, Brunswick Corporation, the largest marine manufacturer in the world, announced a strategic consolidation of fiberglass boat manufacturing operations, moving Boston Whaler production to centralize with other operations. That decision was made by corporate leadership managing a portfolio of more than 60 brands. The Boston Whaler engineering team did not control that decision. A buyer who purchased a Boston Whaler, under the assumption that it was an independent brand making fully independent operational decisions, was actually buying into a corporate manufacturing strategy that was never disclosed in any brochure. Here is who is actually running the market. Brunswick Corporation is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker BC. It reported $5.2 billion in annual sales in 2024. By its own published corporate documentation, it owns more than 60 industry-leading brands. Its boat brands include Boston Whaler, Sea Ray, Bayliner, Lund, Crestliner, Lowe, Harris Pontoons, Heyday, Princecraft, Quicksilver, Rayglass, Thunderjet, and Uttern. Its propulsion division, Mercury Marine, manufactures Mercury, Mercury Racing, and Mercruiser engines. Its electronics and technology division, the Navico Group, owns Lowrance, Simrad, B&G, Mastervolt, Relion, and Atwood Marine Accessories. Its services division owns Freedom Boat Club, the largest boat club franchisor in the United States, along with a suite of marine financing, insurance, and extended warranty businesses. Read that sequence completely. The chart plotter above the helm on a Brunswick boat is from a Brunswick Electronics division. The engine powering it is from a Brunswick Propulsion division. The extended warranty offered at closing may be administered by a Brunswick Financial Services division. And the boat club the buyer joins, if they decide not to purchase outright, is a Brunswick participation model specifically designed to retain them inside the Brunswick ecosystem. When a buyer stands at a dealership comparing a Boston whaler to a Sea Ray, they are not comparing two independent engineering cultures. They are comparing two products from two different segments of one corporation's brand portfolio, built across the same manufacturing footprint and sourced through the same procurement infrastructure. Brunswick built this position through decades of deliberate acquisition. In 1986, it purchased Bayliner Marine Corporation and Ray Industries, the manufacturer of Sea Ray, in a single transaction valued at $773 million. That deal alone made Brunswick the world's largest pleasure boat manufacturer overnight. It then acquired Boston Whaler, Hatteras Yachts, Crestliner, Low Boats, Lund, Harris, and additional brands across subsequent decades. The Brunswick Boat Group was formally organized in 2000 to manage what were then nearly 45 boat brands under one corporate roof. From 2000 to 2005, that group doubled in size, adding 13 more brands in 5 years. The scale of consolidation is not theoretical. It is a documented corporate acquisition record spanning 4 decades. The second ownership structure operating below most buyers' awareness is White River Marine Group, owned by Bass Pro Group, the parent company of Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, founded by Johnny Morris. White River Marine Group is the world's largest builder of fishing and recreational boats by volume. Its portfolio includes Tracker, Nitro, Ranger, Triton, Tahoe, Sun Tracker, Regency, Mako, Ascend, and Spartan boats. Tracker has been the world's best-selling fishing boat for more than 4 decades. Hatteras Yachts, the offshore sport fishing brand founded in 1959 in North Carolina, was acquired by White River Marine Group more recently, extending that portfolio from entry-level aluminum fishing boats into large-format premium offshore builds. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's boating centers operate more than 130 retail locations across North America and are documented as the world's largest Mercury outboard retailer by volume. That last detail is the one that closes the loop completely. Mercury outboards are a Brunswick product. The world's largest retail distributor of Brunswick's engines is a separate conglomerate that also manufactures its own competing boats. The supply chain between these two corporate structures is tightly interwoven, and the buyer standing at a dealer lot has almost no visibility into any of it. The brands that fall entirely outside this consolidation are a short list, and they share a specific characteristic: private, single-brand ownership with engineering and capital decisions made by a team whose entire professional accountability is tied to one hull's reputation. Grady White has operated as a privately held independent manufacturer in Greenville, North Carolina since 1959 without corporate parent involvement. Its transition to all-composite transoms in the 2015 model year and all-composite stringers in the 2016 model year was a single-brand capital decision made by a management team answerable to that brand's performance record alone. No wood anywhere in the structural hull, no portfolio budget competing with 13 other brands for the same capital allocation. Independent marine surveyors running moisture meters across Grady White hulls after years in saltwater slips document readings consistently below 8%. That outcome is the direct result of a construction investment made by a company that has nowhere to hide if the hull fails. Regulator Marine has built center consoles in Edenton, North Carolina since 1988, and it is still privately held. Its stringer system is a single piece of molded fiberglass, no wood, bonded into the hull with high-strength adhesive, foam injected, and cured as one unified structure with the hull and liner. That process has not changed because a corporate portfolio review has never required it to change. Everglades Boats operates under the same structure, with the patented ramcap construction process, rapid molded core assembly process, that won the National Marine Manufacturers Association Innovation Award in 1999 and defines every Everglades hull ever built. Pre-molded high-density closed cell foam blocks at 3 times the density of standard flotation, no separate stringer system, no void space, no wood in any structural or interior surface. Lifetime transferable hull warranty. That warranty is only commercially viable when the manufacturer has no concern about what a surveyor finds inside the hull decades from now. Contender Boats has operated under continuous ownership by the same founding family in Homestead, Florida since 1984. Yellowfin Boat Works operates as a single-brand independent builder in Bradenton, Florida. Every one of these brands makes construction decisions inside a structure where the brand's long-term service record is the only commercial asset the business owns. The construction credentials of the brand answer the question of how the boat was engineered. The corporate ownership structure answers the question of who made the capital decisions behind that engineering. Those are 2 separate questions, and both require an answer before any money changes hands. Consolidation does not automatically mean inferior products. Boston Whaler's Unibond construction, liquid polyurethane foam injected between 2 fiberglass skins curing in a locked mold, chemically bonds both layers into a single unified structure, and it produces documented results regardless of who signs the ownership certificate. What consolidation changes is the layer of corporate decision-making that sits above each brand's engineering team. The buyer who does not know that layer exists cannot evaluate how it is affecting the specific hull they are standing on. The brands will not tell you, the dealers will not tell you, the spec sheets will not tell you. Saltwater does not negotiate with corporate structure. It does not care about quarterly earnings reports, portfolio brand counts, or how a dealership arranged its showroom floor. It negotiates with what is underneath the gel coat. The only question that matters when you are standing on a dock is whether the hull in front of you was built by a team whose only accountability was to that hull's performance, or by a team whose capital allocation was decided by a corporation managing 60 other brands at the same time. Every other variable is secondary to that one.